What makes absolutely 0% sense to you?
I work in fire and EMS. When patients quit taking their blood pressure medication because they don't have high blood pressure anymore. That's because it's working nitwit. Or seizure medication. Or diabetes medication.
I don't understand why dental care is not considered actual health care and it treated like a sidecar benefit.
Time. I will never be able to wrap my head around time. It must have started at some point. But what was there before time? And was there anything before that, and before that? One day there was nothing, the next day we have a massive universe. I can't comprehend it no matter how hard I try.
How speakers work. I get that a cone vibrates at different frequencies, etc., etc. But how that single cone recreates instruments, voices, noises, etc. is just black magic to me. Edit. I'd just like to say I do indeed understand the basic theory behind how speakers work. It's the fact that a pair of speakers can recreate an entire orchestra. The fact you can pick out each and every individual instrument. This is what blows my mind.
People wanting flying cars. With as many bad drivers as there are on the ground, why would you want that in the sky?
Why a straight length of a city street will arbitrarily change names. I.e., you come to an intersection, to your left as Walnut Street and to your right as 2nd Street, and they're both the same stretch of road.
The concept of forever. It makes my head hurt to even think too hard about it.
Why people delete a comment with 26k upvotes.
I still have no idea how phones and computers work. I've had it explained so many times, but I'm totally fine just being in awe of how cool it all is.
People against vaccinations. How far humans have come. The fact that I'm holding a supercomputer in my hand right now, and the second I post this it can be seen across the world.
I've always found LP records fascinating. How does one scratch grooves on a surface and hears a specific person's voice?
When people put the before picture on the right. Edit. First time receiving gold. Thank you, kind stranger. Exclamation mark. SpongeBob made a Krabby Patty in the first episode, but was never given the formula. He just knew? Folding fitted sheets.
Flat earthers.
Scientology.
Why downloads fail at 99%?
That my spouse cannot close anything completely. Everything is halfway screwed on or has the top just sitting on it. So many things spilled and broken.
How a camera is able to capture what I see. Eggman always outruns Sonic, even though Sonic is supposed to be the fastest thing alive.
Necrophilia. Just. Why?
How easily people can convince themselves they know more about a topic than an expert, who has devoted their life to a topic, after a 10-minute Google search.
Could've.
How people can be such absolute cunts to complete strangers. Working in retail has made me bitter.
How some sodas, drinks have so much sugar in them. Like, what would it taste like without the sugar? Does I actually need that much flavoring to mask it, or do we need that much to taste something?
How when you make a post about something it gets no upvotes whatsoever, and then 1 week later you see the same post from a different guy with 17.4k upvotes at the top.
My stepdad was hit by a drunk driver and blew both his knees apart. He eventually filed a lawsuit and won $500,000, but his health insurance company, which he had been paying a premium towards every month for 20 years, demanded he pay them back the money that they had spent on his medical bills. After doing that and giving the lawyer his percentage of the winnings, we were left with $25,000.
I tried to go through the Taco Bell drive-thru on a Friday night, and they had closed at 10 p.m. What business do you think you are in? Reddit search function.
Consciousness. Not in comparison to being unconscious. But out of the trillions of animals on Earth, how did I end up in this body? I could have been born a slave in some ancient culture. I could have been a cat, bird, or some insect that lived for 4 days. Why me? Why now? My egg could have split in the womb and I could have been a twin. What happened to his consciousness? I have 3 kids. My wife lost a pregnancy between kid number 2 and number 3. I don't know if it was a girl or a boy. We could have had a kid number 4, number 5, and so on, but we chose to stop. What about them? What would they have been like? How many great, or mediocre, people were never born? It seems that the set of possible conscious beings would be huge and the vast majority of them never have a being to walk around in. How the hell did I, or we, end up so damn lucky? Why people get more outraged by crap they read on Facebook than crap they allow their representatives to pass. Edit, grammar.
Skateboard ollies.
Though both food and drug, alcoholic beverages are not regulated by the Food and Drug Administration.
Menus without prices, or just selling anything without a price on it. If you don't tell me how much something is until it's time to pay for it, then I'm just not going to buy anything at all.
I currently live in Texas. The fact that I'm on standby for going into work during this weather is baffling. My store still hasn't officially closed. Whoever is attempting to shop at a clothing store during a hurricane make no sense. Edit, the store closed for the day. But I'm supposed to open tomorrow. Hope for another day off. Edit 2, I'm in San Marcos, which is prone to some bad flooding. I work at the outlets which never closes for anything, so I'm actually surprised they did. A couple years ago we had tornado sirens going off and I was having to yell at people to get into the fitting rooms or get out. People were pissed I didn't let them shop.
That people still haven't learned to recycle and continue to litter everywhere they go. I mean, is it that hard?
Not using your blinker. Seriously, it's one movement of one finger.
That you need experience for an entry-level position which you need for experience.
Why there are certain foods for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Why is cereal a breakfast item? Why is it not normal to eat it for dinner? Why are chicken biscuits a breakfast item? Can't I have those for dinner? Seems appetizing for dinner. Pizza for breakfast is the best, why is it frowned upon? Edit, rip inbox.
Why the traffic lights downtown are not synchronized so that drivers don't have to stop at every block for yet another red light. It causes endless gridlock at rush hours and needlessly wastes gas with all the stop-and-go traffic patterns throughout the city.
Social interactions. How there seems to be not set rules and everything is constant flux. Look someone in the eye, it is seen as offensive to one. Don't look someone in the eye, it's seen as offensive to another. This is one of many examples.
Having to dress up and drive into an office to do a job that could easily be done from home. I get it, you want to make sure your employees are actually working. But fucking seriously, wouldn't you know by seeing the work hasn't been done? Why do I have to waste gas and time when the internet, exists?
That a lot of women's pants don't come with pockets or have fake pockets. WTF is with that? Women need pockets too, damn it.
Consider subscribing.